Hello, I'm Helen Elliotson, Curator of the William Morris Society's Museum at Kelmscott House, Hammersmith, West London. This was where Morris carried out some of his most significant achievements and where he lived for the last 18 years of his life. It was where he established the Socialist League meetings after he joined the Democratic Federation in 1883, and also where he founded the nearby Kelmscott Press, his own private printing press, in 1891. The William Morris Society was bequeathed Kelmscott House in 1970 by Mrs. Marion Helena Stevenson. It had been her home for nearly 50 years, and as well as the house, she very generously also donated her comprehensive collection of Morris artefacts. The Society continues to collect Morris items and now has a comprehensive and very important collection covering all aspects of Morris's prolific output. This first online exhibition we have here really showcases these important items in our collection, and I'd like to talk about my top 3 objects in this exhibition, all of which have a significant connection with Kelmscott House and Hammersmith. The first one I have an image of here is the original watercolour for the bird woven textile. This is the first of a group of textile designs that Morris created featuring the birds, pairs of birds facing each other, both perched and in flight. And it's particularly relevant to Kelmscott House because Morris designed bird especially for the drawing room in his Hammersmith home. Contemporary photographs show bird hanging all the way around the walls of the drawing room from picture rail to floor. Morris was fascinated with textiles and was inherently talented at pattern designing, and you'll also see in the exhibition the finished version of the beautiful bird woven textile. The second item I'd like to mention is this wonderful Hammersmith carpet. This also has a particular significance for Kelmscott House because when Morris moved in 1878, he soon started experiments with weaving. He often mastered many techniques of textile production before he would pass the knowledge on to his workers. And with the Hammersmith carpets, looms were brought into the coach house and women were employed to hand knot these beautiful examples. They were then often spread out on the lawn of his Hammersmith home for Morris's approval. And even when away from Hammersmith, he longed to return to these practical crafts, writing to Georgiana Burne-Jones in 1879, "Lord bless us, how nice it will be when I can get back to my little patterns and the dyeing and the dear warp and weft at Hammersmith." And this particular example you'll see is one of the earliest of the Hammersmith carpets named after the area and before they moved to Merton Abbey in 1881. The final item I'd like to mention is a very wonderful and poignant photograph of William Morris, and this was taken by his close friend Emery Walker. Emery Walker was a printer, engraver and pioneer of cutting-edge photographic techniques. He was a close neighbour of Morris, living a short distance away from him, also in Hammersmith. And just like Kelmscott House, the Morris's premises, 8 Hammersmith Terrace, where Walker lived, is also open to the public. The two men had many things in common, many interests in common. They were both members of the Art Workers Guild, the Arts and Crafts Exhibition Society, the Society for the Protection of Ancient Buildings, and the Socialist League. So like Morris, Walker was also a committed socialist and became secretary of the Democratic Federation's Hammersmith branch. Morris became treasurer. Walker also helped to organise the Sunday evening lectures that were held in the Coach House at Kelmscott House, where we've already heard that the looms were established for the Hammersmith carpet weaving. The two great friends collaborated with printing, and Walker's seminal 1888 Lantern Slide lecture given for the Arts and Crafts Exhibition Society was really a eureka moment for William Morris, who had long wanted to produce beautiful handmade books. Walker showed in his lecture enlarged slides of early type, and it was then that the two men collaborated and Morris established the Kelmscott Press in 1881 to produce beautiful, glorious handmade books. And it became an inspirational printing press. Morris actually said that his day wasn't complete without a sight of Walker, and for me this photograph of Morris really sums up the friendship and is a really poignant testament to the great friendship of two extraordinary Victorian men. If you'd like to learn more about the Society's collections, please do consider buying this book. All of the objects you've seen in this online exhibition are featured in our book, and it shows many more of our collections as well. There are 60 items included here, ranging from the full aspects of Morris's prolific output, and you can buy it available here from our online shop on our website. I do hope you enjoy this, our very first online exhibition, and discovering more about the Society's beautiful and fascinating collections.